Alright. We should have sound. Everything's a mess. Everything. Sound check. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Sound got? Sound got? Hopefully better than in the car. Jeez, that was a real mess. That was a real mess. Alright. We got a camera. Let's do camera roll check. Roll call. Make sure. Yeah, we don't care about that view. We got that view. That one and that one. We'll go back to that. That one seems to be the working one. Let me go in here so I have comments that I can access this side. This side of the stuff. Anyhow, how's it going today? I got some stuff I want to work on for a moment. And some stuff I want to open, but I'm waiting to see. Michael, you're here. Alright, goody. We have a guy here. So let me get this stuff out. So here we have my laptop bag. And some packages that I've been toting around. That one. Toting around, waiting to open. So I get to open some packages. And then I'm going to work on this squeegee thing. Let me grab some gloves. Just in case we got some forensic items in here. Don't know, there could be a finger in one of these packages. I can't get pinned with that one. And I haven't gotten to look at these things yet. So, finally get to open them. Hello, Michael, good evening. I saw that you're here, so I'm finally going to open my packages. Oh, don't look at that side. That's somebody else's address. We don't want to give that out. And I don't want to cut anything. So, maybe scissors is the plan going forward. There they are. Alright, we got one open. No fingers or toes. Any biological samples have fallen out yet. It feels like exactly what it's purported to be. And I keep flipping the damn thing over. Oh. Let's go for number 2. How about we do a rotate instead of flip? Hello, Andrew. Open up some packages that came across the great mini mud puddle between the two lands. So let's see what they are. Which one's which? So, if I'm not mistaken, Michael, you made these, right? Before I pull these out of here. I believe this is the same Michael. That's awesome. Podcast related art. That is amazing. The pictures do not do any justice to the quality and how awesome that looks. Wow. That is the coolest piece of art. Thank you, Michael. How you doing? Hello. Who's that? Travis. Lesson. Hello. Yeah, that's stellar artwork, man. You're burning wood with a laser, and then just the edges put onto it, or I don't know. I like wood over metal personally. That's me. Hopefully we can still kind of see that. I know the camera's all washed out. Hey, we got one for the channel. That's even cooler. Woo! That is super amazing. Just for a chunk of wood, man. And you can do that with it, with a machine. That is super cool. Wow. Keep doing it, because I dig it. And I'm sure a lot of people will. Think about that. That could have been scrap wood. Burnt. Sitting rotten anywhere. And I got two very awesome signs now. Thank you so much, Michael. I've been toting these around waiting to open them, and now I have to find a place for them. Hopefully it remains in this building, but that's yet to be seen. So I have two projects, and I don't know if I have time for them, but we're going to try like hell. 351, I think we might be able to do it. We got to deface some government property for one of them. Oh. There it is. So I'm in the closet digging out something broken from years ago. But hopefully it's not too buried to where I can't access it. Right. We have that part. And what is this? Alright, perfect. Exactly what we wanted. An old hobby grade, like basic as you can get, useless iron. I don't think I need that power adapter. Do I? No. Really doesn't look like any wires were cut, just like the handle snapped, so we're going to throw some glue on it and try, let's see if we can figure out which way it goes. So not that way, not that way, but that way. Very cool. Alright. We're going to get the glue after this so we can get it going. Micro. DM. Yeah. All's as well as it can be, considering my circumstances. But we'll see. We'll see. For the next few days, I'm still here. a chance that's going to hold itself together, is it? I don't have any accelerator or activator or kicker, whatever you want to call it, to really accelerate that CA glue. So I guess we hold it. Let's see if we can't hold it, get it to grab, and then tape it. With painter's tape. Yeah, so far. Yeah, we'll see how long I get to keep it anyhow. It's actually pretty dirty. I did quite a bit of cleaning, moving other people's stuff to move some of my stuff around. So anyhow, if I can get this handle to hold, I think we still go forward with the project, and I can like get the handle together later if I have to. And I hate to say it, but hot glue probably would have been the best choice. I'm going to see if we can hold this together enough. Run some tape around it. Hopefully the glue will grab. We can peel that back off later, but I'm not very hopeful. But hopefully it works, if that makes sense. I don't know, tape and glue never seem to work. A bit too far on the dodgy side of things, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, we need this tip here. We have to do some modifying to it. First, let's see if this thing heats up before I do anything. It's been years since I've seen it, heard from it. We at least get a power light. We'll kick it on high. If it can mount solder at all, in a few minutes it can do what we want it to do. And possibly the heat rising through the handle, if any, and the handles did get hot on those, might dry the glue. We need to see if it gets hot, and then we can continue. So we will park that off to the side and continue on our other journey. Put some heat shrink on it. Yeah, well, I have the rubber handle, but you mean to hold it right now? That actually wasn't a bad idea. I don't have any big enough, I don't think. So alright, so allegedly Amazon tells me that this is microfiber felt, and it's great for squeegee, like the edges of squeegees. I don't have a squeegee edge, but I do have a bent lip cut to the kind of a shape of a squeegee piece of a laptop lid that I cleaned all the screw holes off of, and it has some flex, but not enough, or not too much. It's not super flexible, but it's flexible enough. We're going to try and run this squeegee edge on it. I need something for laminating that isn't the shit I was using. And I need to look up a pattern. And we're going to do some cutting. Oh, your t-shirt? Actually, if I get through this, I'm going to cut the pattern out and start weeding it, right? Like here in a few. Michael, so here is, where is it? Let me find it. I said it somewhere. I just have to remember where I said it. Over out of the way. actual size and actual patterns. So that will be one. That will be the other. We're going to cut and weed that out. I've had a host of printer problems and bad listings that I happen to be the one that bought, that delayed all printing for like 9 days or better. And I went and bought a new printer over there sitting. We still got more paper in. I can click print. Hello, Lee. I'm just trying to catch up on who all is here. No, dude, thank you. I'm making a silly shirt out of craft stuff, and I got those amazing signs. So we got to look up the pattern. Do we got heat? Let's check our heat, and then we can cool that thing off and do what I need to do. We're turning a soldering iron into something else. It is getting hot. It's not melting any solder yet, but we're working our way up to temp, I think. I hate these irons, they're so far off balance. And that's on high, 40 watts. And that tip is shot. That's okay, we're about to make it a lot worse. Okay, so we're almost hot enough to melt solder. What we need to melt with it actually has a much lower melting point, so we'll switch it off and let it cool down and get it out of our way. Continue with this, and then we should be able to mod that. Oh, where is the pattern? Okay, so they do that, and then it folds up, so it has, damn, that's a goopy shape. I don't know about that. I don't know if we can replicate that, or are we going to have any need to? And mine's probably going to be way off if I do it. There it is. Alright, so what we're trying to do is make a squeegee edge. I don't have my cut mat, it's buried by my laptop and a bunch of stickers that are being ready for shrink wrap. So we're going to use my clipboard here. I'm trying to be crafty and cut us a basic pattern. That's if that wraps halfway. I should have offset it, but hey, we got a whole roll. The weather over here. Let me skip off top chat too, just so I'm not missing anybody. The weather. I just had a wire. I need to hook it back up. It was SD, but it was a fun experiment I was trying the other day. I had a wireless camera, like a handheld mirrorless camera that was able to transmit back to OBS. That'd be perfect to walk outside and show you the weather. But the weather is nice. It's overly warm. Nobody's dying, but it's definitely warm out. Alright, and I think that should do. Let's check our measurement against our thing. So as long as that hits the corner, that's going to fold up, so we know where we need the other flat spot to be. Yeah, no, the rain hasn't made it here. Thank you very much, sir. You can keep that as often as you send that shit. Horrible, Mr. Chris, horrible. The inside joke on that one is usually anytime it's raining, I take a video and send it to him complaining, saying thanks. Thanks for the weather. Can we? This stuff don't like folding with the backer on it, but if we unstick it, we're kind of screwing ourselves. So we got it marked. We know where we need it. We really don't have to fold it. I think we can just kind of So what is that? Is that a heads up? Hey, rain incoming. Thank you. Just what I wanted, so I can run out in it and get soaking wet. Have I opened what yet? Or are you talking to somebody else, Michael? I'm back up. You fast-tracked the weather just for me? Dang, thank you. And who was the have you opened it yet to? Mr. Michael, over here, cutting, missing out on chat. I hope everybody's well. I do have some stuff on hold on deck, kind of waiting to be looked at, just because I don't want to have to tear it apart and then pack up and move it and lose pieces. So kind of waiting to see what goes on. All right. Now if we did that any sort of right, we should be able to apply this, fold it around this edge, and have somewhat corner pieces. But because it's not square and it's two different angles tilted in, it's probably going to be a little mismatched. But here we go, let's give it a shot and see. Give it a shot and see what time is it too. I gotta keep an eye on that. 4:12. So we're doing good. Yeah, that just looks like a big mess. How do I know this shit ain't gonna work? I'm gonna pull it dumb and probably massively stick this in the wrong spot. Let's get some light on the matter. Now, with any luck, we have a couple attempts at this before we run out and have to buy another roll or unstick and reuse. What do we say? Is it going to work? We had a little overlap on the other bottom one. Stretch that a little. Perfect. And a little bit stick out, but should be able to laminate with that. Now to get the top back on and make it usable. tack. We don't need much. Trying to think of the best way to cut this crap because it's a pain. We're just gonna have to scissor it and go with it crooked. Actually, I think like that, and we'll be able to cut the. Yes, okay, I figured out scissors, people. No great marvel mystery, but it took me a minute. Far from straight, but we only need a little bit, so let's chop this other side. We'll fold it halfway straight and hope it maintains some type of straightness. Alright, we can get a little square piece. Perfect. What did I do? I put that on the other one? I think so. Alright, with a slight trim, our piece should fit. My not so straight didn't work too great, but that will let us a little bit stick out. We need some tape, some thin tape. Hello, Luke. Oh, yes, I did. You didn't see the signs? I thought you were here. I was talking about them. Yes, I did open them a few times. Awesome, amazing quality. Well, I didn't open them, I talked about them. Quite pieces of art, man. Like, I like wood way better than metal any day of the week. Those are simply amazing. And they could have just been scrap wood sitting, rotting away, getting burnt, and now they're amazing pieces of art that can sit and look amazing somewhere for somebody. Thought you were here when I did that. But if not, thank you so much. And again, just, yeah, hopefully I get to keep them here. Michael, sorry I wasn't trying to ignore you. There, I opened them and brought them back again. Dude, if I have them here this summer, I'm just gonna play with them and look at them instead of working on the project. They're amazing for just like the simplicity and the fact that you're burning with a laser. That is astounding, and how you're getting different shades. That's what I don't get, the different, like, how do you burn the different shades? That is pretty amazing to me. Or the different, is it depths, shades? I don't know what the right word is. Hue? Okay, so we go from this one, it's more square. But yeah, I gotta find a place for those, and I hope it stays in this building. Whatever, you can stay in there. No big worry to me. And that's going to be as a grip for that, and this just helps stiffen that up a little. And I think our new crap should stick and make a dang nice edge for that. So let's waste some squeegee edge, and let's cover that up a little. How's that sound? On to the next project, if this sticks on there well. Yeah, I'd much rather hold on to that than old tacky sticky handle there any day of the week. Is it going to be enough, or are we going to run short and have to trim that stupid edge? A little short. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm grabbing with the thumb and holding there. So we'll put that to the back side. Alright. New squeegee for laminating stickers done. Now I need a heat shrink sealer / cutter. Let's see if we can hack one of these quick with our thing. Is it still hot? Yeah, there's a little warmth in it, but not bad. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. I don't even know if I have the stuff to do it. We're going to try though. Usually need some type of bolt and nut locking system, but aside from that, system, I could probably get away with something else. I'm trying to think here. What would be ideal? Nothing. Alright, we got mixed parts. Let's see. Do we have anything that's going to work for us? That would be a negative. I have a rivet gun, but I believe all the rivets are at home, which was an initial intended use. What else do we got? Junk, 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 and more junk. Well, so be it. If that has to be the method, that's got to be the method. Let's see if these will still work. Or did I ding up the threads way too much? Dinged up threads would actually be beneficial in this instance because we need them to lock and lock good. But depending how bad, we might get away with one. We could probably, maybe we could thread lock it. I just don't know about the black screw. We're gonna look for a silver one or something that is not coated, but I'm sure it'll all transfer heat. Fix the display cable. Hey Oz. I think the iron is going to become a different tool. It is. 100% going to become a different tool. It's broken, old, used up. I think we'll use the Phillips screw if I can find one longer. That would be better, but we don't want too long. And if Muhammad asks a question, I'm sorry I missed it. Let me scroll back up. Where are we at? Throw that thing in. Nah, we're making it a different tool, buddy. I know it's garbage and we ain't gonna solder with it, but we don't need to solder. We just need to heat up a tiny bit. And that's what those are best at. Believe me, I have an iron here for soldering. I definitely have an iron for soldering. We don't need solder temp. We just need a little bit of temp to do something. So other than an insanely long black screw, which maybe you know what, maybe we'll use it. We'll go for it. We'll get silly with this one. I just have to find the other. There it is. So we have two screw holes. They'll probably burn thread locker and glue and who knows what else off. So we're going to try and lock those together with pliers as long as that's the same thread. It should be. Let's grab a drill. Get a drill and a couple bits. 4:30. We'll try and wrap this up quick. I do have to go to work. Alright, time to hopefully not get in trouble. Sorry if that hurts the ears of anybody. It's the auto punch. Used for putting a good center mark down for a drill bit. We're going to hit it a couple more times off of the mat on the wood. Alright, let's get stupid. And we're going to need a way to hold this, I think. Hopefully not ding up the edges. Maybe the cable's coming unplugged in this thing. I keep losing a monitor mid. You can't buy a TV and have it last forever, regardless. Let's go back to the chat. Minimize. Yeah, it brought OBS over there. Display. Detect. Power's on. Yeah, I think. Oh no. Okay. Well, it's back for now. We'll be happy we have our monitor back. All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna do it at the edge. I don't like making a mess with metal. Keep that far away from the squeegee. Find our screw, see if it fits. If not, we gotta make it not. That's gonna go. All right, that's gonna be great. All right, burn that out a little. That will do what we need it to. Now we just gotta hope that we can fit that through here. We may need a bigger tip. Yeah, let's try and find a different tip quick. I forget what these even look like. Oh, it's a thread on. Even better. Even better. with this thread on. Let's see if we can flatten it quick. I'm not going to hammer right on the bench. I'm going to move it over here on a hard floor to do it. What iron you got? The CT10? Yeah. No, it's what is that thing? It's an FX 951? Yeah, FX 951 Hacko. This iron is just scrap junk. No, the handle broke on it, and as anybody knows, these crap hobby irons do not get remotely hot enough to do anything. So when handle broke, it went from like being a plastic melter to thrown in the closet for until another day when I could find another use for it. And we have found that other use, hopefully. It is up to the task because I have it set forth for it. 439. So let's try and drill this out. It's tough business drilling in midair, let me tell you. Alright, as long as it don't break that. Looks good. We need to clean up those metal fragments there. I do not want those anywhere near that squeegee thing for the stickers. And we will, of course, have to straighten this back out, clean it up, possibly with a file. I did smack it a little bit, so let's try and squeeze that back the other way. Should do this with it hot, but we're just going to be careful and hopefully not break it. We're going to need to steal another screw hole off of something as well too. Plastic welder, preheater. It's going to be a heat shrink sealer and cutter. Hopefully. Might be spaced out a bit far for general liking of that. Let's see if we can get it closer. Alright, give me a minute. I have to go steal another screw hole out of a discarded laptop carcass, wherever it is. Let's grab a screw. That should give us leverage. Where are you? Are you friendly? Yes? Yes? Come here, my friend. I have something to show you. You look very friendly. Let me show you again. What lock all through hole. Go here, right there. I think those are the right size. They seem like it. Indeed they are. Alright, we got the screw hole. Let's go. Likely going to mount the motherboard out of my Dell Penny one laptop. Disassembled it. Raymond, how are you, man? I just saw your message in chat there. How are you, my friend? It's been a long time since I've talked to you. I'm glad you're still out there making it, doing it, man. We're gonna have to get you back on sometime on the show. Also want to see more from yours, if you're still gonna do that. I definitely. When do I not want to sit and talk crazy into a microphone? No, we got a little dodgy with it. Not too bad. Where did that? That's three. There it is. Okay, we need this other screw hole. Hopefully, keep what, 445. Got about 5 minutes. So we got 5 minutes to heat this up and test it, and start on to something else. Let's wind these back out, and we're gonna lock them together fairly close. So we're gonna need some needle nose. Which is definitely going to be harder than it looks. We should be able to use, oh, I know what we can use. We can use the nose of these. It's small and it will grab. And then we can use those channel locks to lock the two. That should lock those two screw holes together, letting that turn. And if they're locked in place, they shouldn't turn off, but they might. So we'll sort that problem on for another day. It does fit. Let's turn it on, see if we can cut some of this heat shrink plastic that I have. In the meantime, we can flip to, I only got like 3 minutes here, 3-4 minutes. We will flip to a different camera. I'm gonna take, I don't know if Michael's here or maybe he'll make it back. We're going to load up the stuff for his shirt. And I'm not gonna make the actual shirt, but we're gonna get it on the mat and get it cutting. That way it can be weeded out. Just have to open the file up, make sure the file's open. I believe it already is waiting. Let me look here. Michael S. shirts, and the file matches what we're looking at. Alright, we got this thing stuck down to a mat, ready to go. Just simple stuff, basically a mat. We got our reg marks on it, registration marks. Are going to tell the cutter where, or the plotter technically. Cutter, plotter, call it what you will. It's going to tell it where to cut. So let's find out. Is it going to cut it? Is it going to work? Is it going to fail? Alright, we're heating up at high temp, 40 watts. On that gun, let's go back down. And send this in. We go to the software. We're going to flip this. We have some settings we got to adjust quick. We want to cut the edge. Cut edge. 1 depth, 1 pass. Speed of 3. Force of 8. I'll trust it. And we send it and see if it's going to register and cut. Grabbing a drink quick before I have to run away. I'm just reading back, seeing your comments here, Oz. That's a very positive attitude that you got, man, despite what you're going through. That's a super positive attitude, man. Spread that out there in the world. We need a world full of people with lookouts on life or good attitudes like that. Oh. Well, suppose we got room for it there. Alright, the cutter's doing what it does. Let's get a piece of this and test it. First, let me put some pick some tools up for the next minute. Tools kill me when they're laying around. Absolutely nutty if you can't find your tools. Try that. Did I put it over here? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah. Stepper motors do sound awesome. You're welcome, Oz, but thank you, man, for having a positive attitude. Like I said, I wish everybody could have a good outlook. And even when you're faced with the worst of times in your life, it seems crazy and awful right then. But if you pull the camera back, you know, you actually pull the camera back from what you're looking at in that moment, it's such a small moment, even when the worst of things can happen. It's just getting past those bad things that happen that make it tough, I think. Alright, what's the report? Can we cut it? 53, 2 minutes and I'm running away. Alright, you can stay out. You're all useful. Leave the auto punch. Alright, test of... So... we have an open end and whatever. We'll put our road in there. This thing's probably not even near hot enough, but hey, let's see if we can do something with it. So we could just cut the end, or we try and cut it to size. I actually like it with the bolt facing away, so I'm not grabbing that plastic. May have to run over it a couple times as it loses heat. I'm guessing, and just a guess, I think, yeah, well, no, it actually kind of rolled right through it. Too tight. I pulled it too tight right there. But it is actually heating up to where it may end up cutting it. But if it don't, let's see what happens. We'll cut it off. And we need a real low heat source for this one. We're going to take the hot air down to 100, max airflow. And I did cut a hole through it, so it's probably not going to look great. First time heat shrinking a Rode wireless Go 2, so it's going to take some practice. And we'll burn it a little bit, but you get the idea. I think a heat gun that throws more heat would be a better idea. We actually have something that'll seal our heat shrink. And for somebody such as this fool here that's attempting to make and sell stickers, and when I have a lot of them going out, I can count them out, put them in different bundles or all one bundle if there's not too many, heat shrink them, and away they go. Eventually I'll buy a cutter, but it was a fun project to see if more or less could it be done. And yes it can be done. Alright. That is it, people. I literally have to run. Everybody have a good and safe weekend. I will catch up with you sooner rather than later, I hope. As of right now, I'm still in here and should be next few days till the end of the month and the month after, at least for now, I believe. So, I hope. We'll see how it works out. Alright, we're pushing it. We're pushing the time. We're pushing the time. Let's do it. Let's unload it. Peel this thing off of here. Throw this back on our mat, just half-assed. Keep dust and shit off of it. This is going to be real wasteful. Gotta go, but let's see if we can't separate Dang, that is so close right there. See if we can't separate that peelable layer. What this is ultra thin vinyl. You print on it, and then you actually have to use like a carrier sheet to lift it off of this backer sheet after you weed it, and then you can print it on a shirt. But if the cutter worked, and I hope that it did, it should leave behind just the design that's going to be going onto a shirt real soon for Michael in the chat. You guys have probably seen him in quite a few chats. An awesome dude. He made some stellar, legendary level signs for me, and I know other people have them. Check them out. And it is popping loose as expected. Perfect. Now, the part that really worries me is all the letters, because it's just, there's so much to them. They can be so nitpicky to get stuff to stay on. Sometimes they want to rip off. This should, after we go through and weed out like the two parts in the B, the A, the E, the G. Let's see what other letters real quick. Another B. Get out of there, man. Come on. This is where you need tweezers to do this crap. Let it loose. Let it go. Alright, so after we weed out, as I said, the two parts and the two B's, G, A, E, E, it'll be ready to go. Lift to a carrier sheet, line it up on a shirt, and use some heat to throw it onto the shirt. Anyhow, ending this right now with a huge thank you to Michael for the amazing wooden signs. Check it out. I don't know if he has a place where he shows the content, but if he doesn't, he probably should get it. It's quite cool. Thank you, Michael. They're awesome. Have a happy and safe weekend, everybody. I will see you soon. And yes, definitely Chris, heat transferred. Later, everybody.